G'day everyone, Paul here from HobStar Computing Solutions, and today I'm doing a video on these fantastic little robots called Ozobots. So I've been asked by my local community centre if I could run a program for primary school and high school students using the little Ozobots robots. They've actually allowed me to borrow the entire collection that they have of Ozobots, along with all the training material, so that I can create the program. An Ozobot is a small little robot. This particular one is called the Evo model, and it is equipped with obviously a small motor, its own battery internally. They are charged via micro USB, put a plug at the back there, and they have light sensors on the bottom here. The light sensors can read different coloured lines. We have a reference sheet here with some of the codes, and this is the only the tip of the iceberg, as it were. There are many other codes that can be used. So the idea of this is that children can get an introduction to programming without ever having to actually touch any code. All they need are some markers, which if you buy one of the kits, comes with. These are the main colors you need for doing the codes. However, you can use other colors. All sort of the main sort of 16 colors can be used. You could use purple and yellow, and the Ozobot can actually read those, and it will change its own color based on what color line is put on. So if I put it on this red line here, you can see its lights actually turn red. Very cool. I've got up a little example here of how some of the codes work. I have one set up here. We have one here which is Go Turbo, setting the speed of the Ozobot, which the kids absolutely love this one. This one is a U-turn. This one means go straight, and then the different colors, just we'll get, as you've just seen, we'll get the Ozobot to change its own color. Whoop, it's trying to read it, it's having some problems. Another great thing is you can use this to perform many different functions and many different sort of learning scenarios. For example, when the Ozobot comes to this intersection here, he'll have to make a decision. Will he turn left, right, or go ahead? And that's actually really wants to go. Let's put him down. And you've heard that code is go fast, and he gets to here, goes on that way, goes straight. Now that code was a bit close to the block. That's something you're not supposed to do. But the great part about the Ozobots is allowing kids to explore these kind of things and say, well, what works and what doesn't work. Let's try that one again and see if he takes a different direction. So he went the same way again. Let's do that again. Oh, he's going to make a fool of me today. There we go. He chose to go left that time. And that should be a U-turn. So you could use this to actually do some discussion about probability. This time he's going down the other way. Fantastic. So what am I planning to do? Well, the kit that the community centre has purchased comes with a whole lot of training material already. And I think it's important that you don't try and reinvent the wheel. So I will be using these in class, but I'll also be producing my own training manuals. But there will be not much manuals, but guides that the students will be able to use in class, and perhaps one they can take home. There we go. There's the newer Evo and the older bit. When I say older, I just say it has less features. This one also has Bluetooth, which is another fantastic opportunity for having some fun. You can use a digital device to control it, and I'll be including that in my classes as well. Another good thing is, as mentioned here, you can use the color codes to get them to do things, but also you can use a Scratch-like block-based programming where you can actually put code sequentially and tell it to do things. I'll be doing more videos on these, so you get a chance to see those as well. Let's see, color codes. This runs through all the basics. You are supposed to calibrate them first. You just need to put them on there. Let's take this down. Hold the button. There we go. And then you should, spin around and go green to say all good. There we go. He's calibrated now. That just helps him to make sure he picks up the colors properly. we need to make sure when they're drawing lines, so these are things I'll need to teach the students, not too thin, not too wobbly, and that's just right. They can practice in here, but I'll actually be getting them to do this on a separate paper, just so this can be reused over and over again. There are other ones I'll show you, like the color codes I showed before. Make sure the angles are not too sharp. That's good, that's good. This one is too close together, and it can often get confused. Sometimes it'll work, but you want something that works all the time, not some of the time. Some different activities there. So this gives me a lot of ideas as to what I could get the students to do. Here's a good example where it should change from purple to blue to green. And then you can get the students to fill in the rest, like make a long red line and try different colors. Lots of little tips, a lot of things for them to learn, and it's kind of things that are also related to programming. So, for example, your codes should have needs black at the start and black at the end. This one, the boxes aren't sort of spaced well enough. Down the bottom here, okay, I'm not quite focusing there. Down the bottom here, that's an example of a good code where it has black at the start and black at the end, and has the colors in the middle that are sort of evenly spaced. So there is a bit for the students to learn. Not putting your codes too close or right over an intersection. Don't put them on corners. So yeah, so some instructions that they're going to have to follow, but also get them to just experiment. So for example, I didn't plan this one out enough, and this one's too close to the intersection, and I should have put I wanted to put a different code in here, but because I didn't plan ahead, I wasn't able to. But you can learn more from making mistakes sometimes than you can from having successes. So I think that's important too. That's all for now. Just a short little video about these things, and just to let you know that there are going to be some more videos on these Ozobots coming out very soon. So thank you very much everyone for watching, and remember, until next time, never stop learning. See you.